PG Corn live from the World Cyber Games 2002. We are now showing the StarCraft winner bracket final of Blackman from Poland against blackmanVSboxer from Korea. I will first spend some minutes to talk about the previous games of these two players in the winners bracket. Boxer has surprisingly beaten Nancy Yellow on Legacy of Shah in his first game in the winner bracket, and after that he beat Elki on Hall of Valhalla, and that's a game we have seen a couple of hours ago, where Boxer was quite clearly winning. And after that game, Boxer has beaten the Chinese player MTY on Legacy of Shah again. On the other hand, Blackman has beaten Hellghost in a Zerg match, or probably Zerg Terran match, on Legacy of Shah. And after that, he has surprisingly beaten the Korean Terran pro gamer, Core Odyssey, on the Terran map, Hall of Valhalla. That was quite amazing, actually, and this is a sign for the strength of Blackman in this tournament. So he's really, really amazing in Zerg versus Terran. And after that, Blackman beat PG Ranger on Legacy of Shah again, and this was a Zerg against Terran match, which I actually observed. And it was quite a clear win for Blackman as well. He managed to drop 2 lurkers early on inside of Ranger's base, and Ranger was forced to withdraw his SCDs. He couldn't mine for quite a long time. It took him some time to get rid of the lurkers. And he also lost his first wave of Marines to lurkers as well. And that set him so much behind that Blackman could easily take the map and amass upgraded Hydras and Lurkers, followed by Ultralists. So he could, after 20 minutes in the game, could overrun Ranger easily, having mined an outstanding amount of 56,000 resources in just 20 minutes. It's really amazing. In my opinion, Blackman is one of the best macro players in the world because he manages to get up his economy really, really fast. He expands really quickly. I've seen games where he has taken the entire map in just about 12 minutes in Zerg against Protoss and Lost Temple. Now, let's come to this match. It is played on Lost Temple, and as I said, Blackman is going to be Zerg and blackmanVSboxer is going to be Terran. And for those of you who are quite familiar with Lost Temple, you should know that the starting positions, especially in the Zerg versus Terran matchups, are really crucial to the outcome of the game. Because if the Terran player is really close to the Zerg players, then Zerg is at a disadvantage. For example, if Terran spawns at 12 and Zerg at 3, or vice versa. Or if Terran spawns at 3 and Zerg spawns at 6. And this puts Zerg at quite a disadvantage. However, there's also the opposite situation. If the Terran player is too far away from the Zerg player, in this case Blackman, then the Zerg player is able to easily fast expand, followed by some Sunkens and an enormous amount of drones. And this is basically what Blackman is really, really good at. So I think if the positions actually suit Blackman, then he might be have the edge in this matchup. I really think he has a decent chance to beat Boxer, because Boxer has already shown that he is beatable in this tournament, having lost to Force twice, and to the to the funny guy from Peru who has just beaten Boxer and Didi in his group and lost to everyone else. So this should be a quite close match. Now, actually, I really like the fact that this match is played on Lost Temple, because so far in the winners bracket there has not been any Lost Temple game. Because out of bad luck, because the maps have been determined by chance. So the only Lost Temple match which is going to take place is actually the winners bracket final. The grand final will be on Hall of Valhalla again, which is kind of bad because Hall of Valhalla is an island map and it's clearly not representative for the player skills. Here we see blackmanVSboxer preparing for the match, and on the right hand side we see Blackman. Blackman's playing style reminds me of a huge machine, basically, because he, it's hard to say, like he's really focusing, like He doesn't realize anything around him. He really plays like a machine. He's really fast with the mouse and the keyboard. And all his build orders are basically determined to each single drone. So he has a fixed strategy for each matchup on each of the WCG maps and for each of the starting positions. So this might mean that if TvZ does something completely unexpected, then Blackman might get into trouble. On the other hand, we should take into consideration that Boxer does not know Blackman at all. He has probably seen just a few replays of him, but Boxer generally doesn't know many non-Korean players. So he's not familiar with Blackman's style, and I think he won't be able to explore Blackman's weaknesses in this game already. The whole theater is basically packed with people right now. I would guess that there are about 600 people here watching, and probably a couple of thousand more on the internet stream, and probably a couple of million in Korean television. Right, here we see a picture of Lost Temple, which is basically the most familiar Boot War map ever made. Every Boot War player basically knows it. So there's nothing much to say about it, except the special feature of the Zerg against Terran matchup, which would be if Zerg is at 12 and Terran at 3, or vice versa, which completely changes the matchup because Zerg won't be able to fast expand on these spots. Okay, I think the match will be starting in a few seconds. We are basically just waiting for the commentators to finish their announcements. Okay, until the game starts, I might say something more about Blackman. He actually does not have an internet connection at home. What he does is that he programs the AI of StarCraft Boot War to use build orders from Boxer, Nada, Nara, and so on, and he actually practices against the computer all the time at home. And sometimes he takes a bus to a nearby internet cafe in his home in Poland, which takes about 1 hour, and he practices there online. But most of the time he practices at home against his own computer with a specially programmed AI. That's quite amazing. He must be quite a smart guy to be able to program the StarCraft AI on his own. Now, having seen Blackman play today, I have to agree with the opinion of many people that he is the strongest Zerg player outside of Korea. I actually think that in Zerg against Terran and Zerg against Protoss, he is basically the best Zerg player in the world, together with Yellow. Okay, the game is starting right now. Boxer having picked Terran and Blackman having picked Zerg. The map is WCG Lost Temple. And there we go. Okay, let me say something about the starting positions. Boxer is Terran at 12 o'clock and Blackman is Zerg at 9 o'clock. And I think these positions are kind of balanced. So there's no unfair disadvantage for any of the two players. And this is actually what I hope would happen, because this would mean that we will have a quite close and tense match, hopefully. As far as I know, Blackman's strategy is going to fast expand, followed by a spawning pool, of course. He goes gas quite late, and he usually tries to get a third hatchery before he has finished his lair. But on these positions, Boxer being at 12, he might be forced to play a little bit more conservative and defensive. Because there is an opportunity for Boxer to rush Blackman either really early on with a couple of SCVs and just play Marines, or a little bit later with Marines and Medics. Blackman just sent a scouting overlord to the 6 o'clock position, and he didn't discover Boxer there because Boxer's at 12 obviously. So his overlord is now moving to the 3 o'clock position, and the second overlord, no, it's actually a drone. It might be a scouting drone. Yes, I'm quite sure this is a scouting drone. That's a good move to make, because if Boxer would like double Rex him on 8 really early, he could discover it. Oh, actually it's not a scouting drone, I'm sorry. But it's quite an early expansion. It's probably 9 hatch, if I count the drones. No, it was a 10 hatch. Blackman went 10 hatchery at this expansion, so he's probably going to follow with the pool immediately. No, he's not. I have to say, that's a strange build order. Well, at least I can say that this early hatchery allows him to get an early sunken colony as well, which might be his plan against a potential bunker rush. Yet no spawning pool, and there comes the spawning pool. Now, so if Boxer decides to bunker rush him right now, Blackman can rely on the fact that he can get sunken colonies really, really early at his expansion, because he went for the hatchery that early. Yeah, the hatchery is almost finished, and there's yet no sign of Boxer scouting SCV. And Boxer does not send his Marines to Blackman's base, so I'm quite sure he's not going to bunker rush. Now Blackman transfers drones to his expansion, basically to increase his mining efficiency and also to be able to defend with drones if needed. And he might be going for a creep colony right away. Oh, Boxer sends his 2 Marines to, I think, yes, to scout for overlords. And I think, yeah, he will see Blackman's overlord actually. But if Blackman is careful, he won't lose it. And there's Blackman's scouting drone inside of Boxer's base. I don't know if Boxer has started gas. Yes, Boxer has started gas yet. Oh, there's the overlord in danger. And the audience is applauding. They might be a little bit biased. Oh, this is going to be quite close. No, the overlord is definitely going to die to the 2 Marines. Oh, I don't know what's so special about this move actually. It's quite common. Actually, since everyone here is biased against Blackman, I should be against Boxer. But I'm trying to stay neutral. So Boxer's scout SCV is inside Blackman's base. It sees a morphing lair and quite a few drones. Mind that Blackman didn't go any circling so far. He just goes drones in the sunken colony. And this is quite good actually, because in this case having lost one of his overlords is not that painful. If you look at Blackman's sunken placement, there is some room for the Marines to run through probably. There are 2 links just to chase the scouting SCV away and to give Boxer something to micro basically. To take some of his time away from him. And Boxer just keeps sending his Marines around the map. He's probably looking for overlords and scouting units and things like that. I'm still really not convinced by Blackman's 1 sunken, because it's not well placed. It's a little bit too high. So he might be in trouble right now. Oh, there's a second sunk. Oh yeah, okay. That's fine. He will get the second sunken perfectly in time. I mean, that's the one advantage if you actually practice at home against the exact build out of a Slayer's Boxer all the time. With an especially programmed AI. So you obviously wouldn't be surprised by any early attacks of Boxer. And Boxer's not going to do any damage here at Blackman's expansion. He's going for starport in the factory. He decides not to get a machine shop. So he's just going for vessel right away. Oh, and he might be tempted to attack. No, he doesn't. Blackman seems a little bit nervous. I mean, there are just 2 medics there, and 2 medics with a bunch of Marines can do absolutely nothing against 3 Sunkens. But now it's 4 medics, so it gets more dangerous by now. But Blackman has 4 Sunkens, so he's pretty much safe. I don't know. I think Boxer's getting a dropship, yes. So he might be trying the quite cheap trick to lift his whole Marine and Medic force up to Blackman's plateau just using a single dropship. And if Blackman doesn't get Lurkers in time, he's in big trouble. The dropship is not finished yet. It's about to... Oh, there's a dropship. Oh, I think Blackman might be dying right now. Because I didn't see any morphing Lurkers. He does have a Sunken colony in his main base though. Oh, and Boxer lifts up his entire army to his plateau. And there's the first morphing Lurker, so this is going to be really close. It's going to be close. Basically the Lurker morphed just in time. And so far Blackman didn't lose a drone. But he's taking some damage and he has to take care of his Lurker. Oh, the Lurker just died. Oh, the Sunken colony is about to die as well. And there's another Lurker. Oh no, the Lurker dies as well. So this is pretty much a good game, I would say. Because Boxer's micro against Lurkers is quite amazing. So Blackman will have a hard time to stop Boxer with just his 2 Lurkers. Oh, that was quite close actually. Still 1 Lurker left. Ah, Blackman is actually surviving that attack. No, he loses another Lurker probably. No, he doesn't. Oh, this is pretty close. Oh, losing 3 drones there. And he is under heavy pressure. He is under really heavy pressure. Oh, and Boxer doesn't pay attention here. So he gets chased away. I have to say the audience is really annoying me. They should just shut up basically because it's just really difficult to focus here as a player. I mean, if I was playing down there, I would get really annoyed because of that. It's just not really fair. There's Boxer's vessel. I don't see though what 1 vessel and some Marines and Medics can do against 3 Lurkers. Boxer might... Oh, there's another Lurker, but it's just a single... Oh, he loses more drones. I think there's... the Lurker wasn't placed too well. I have to say, Boxer's micromanagement is just amazing. He kills the Lurkers like nothing. Ah, now he has only 3 Marines left. 2 Marines left. But Blackman has taken heavy damage. Oh, he's dropping there. But Boxer is prepared. Boxer is prepared. And oh, the Overlord dies. But Boxer was really well prepared with 3 tanks and a bunker as well. The 2 Marines are still inside of Blackman's base. Boxer's just really annoying Blackman from the start on. And there goes another Lurker. Oh my god, this is pretty amazing. And a Hydralisk dies as well. I've rarely seen like such a small number of Marines doing so much damage to a Zerg player. Ah, there goes the final Marine. So, Blackman is safe for the moment, but if we have a look into Boxer's base, he has got 3... Oh, he does not have that many troops, actually. I was thinking he had more. I might have missed something, though. Let's see. I think he has about 10 Marines and medics and 3 tanks. That's not too much. So, Blackman is back into the game. He is back into the game. And if Boxer gives him the chance to use his enormous macro management skills right now, then Boxer might get into trouble quite fast. You see, Blackman has just expanded to the top left island, and he's trying to get 2 more expansions anytime soon. He has got drop, so Boxer has to pay attention to possible drops. But Boxer does discover Blackman's island expansion. I'm actually wondering if Slayer's Boxer can hear the commentators. Because if he can hear the commentators, then, well, it's pretty much unfair, because he can then hear where Blackman tries to expand. So, hopefully he can't. I'm not too sure. He has quite big headphones, but the commentators are quite loud as well. So Blackman gets 2 expansions at the right side of the screen, and Boxer scouts the bottom. So, well, if Boxer is going straight to the right hand side now, I think he might just be hearing what the commentators say. But the commentators hopefully don't give away the positions of the expansions. There is something on the right side of the map. Oh, Boxer's trying to drop. He has a dropship somewhere, but I can't see where it is now on the minimap. It's just moving around the center of the map, and now it's like basically standing there, not doing anything. Oh, there are 2 science vessels of Boxer. He's trying to do the irradiate trick to kill Blackman's drones at his expansion. Oh, and there he discovers Blackman's hatchery. Oh, he's going to drop on the... He's going to drop Blackman's base, and at the same time he's probably doing the irradiate assault to Blackman's expansion. The observer doesn't notice it, hopefully Blackman does. Because if he doesn't, he is losing all his probes, all his drones at his expansion. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's pretty much good game. That's pretty much good game. Blackman's hatchery dies to a small group of Boxers, Marines and medics. His lurkers are too late to defend. There's another hatchery though. But Blackman has probably lost 12 drones at his expansion. He didn't notice Boxer's vessel attack. Oh, and there's a drop at his new expansion. Whoa. I have to say that Boxer is playing absolutely amazing here. He's playing really amazing. No wonder that he could beat Yellow so easily. He's back at top shape. He's just about to win the winner brackets final. Boxer's at 2 bases and Blackman is at 2 bases, but Blackman has lost so many drones already. And Boxer's probably having 2 factories right now, going mass tanks and Marines and medics. And even more drops. Even more drops. While Blackman's drops get wasted by turrets. Oh, and there's a tank drop on Blackman's cliff, but Blackman has dropped himself. So this drop shouldn't do too much damage. Well, there are not many drones left to damage in the first place. So Blackman's force is actually too tiny to be able to defend a frontal attack by Boxer right now. The audience is laughing at because Boxer just moved his dropship away again. And Boxer's getting 2 more command centers. One at the 3 AM main. And one close to his mineral only to float it over there. Blackman does have about 10 lurkers and... What is it, 10 lurkers? Can't see it. Oh yeah. Probably about 8 lurkers and a couple of hydras. And he's trying to expand the island again. Well, the observer would be really nice if he showed us Boxer's army. I think it's about to move to the center. It's 5 tanks and a couple of marines and medics. Is it just 5 tanks? Oh, yes. This is probably going to be close if Blackman doesn't mess up. But he does mess up. He messes up his control. But he kills the science vessel. Oh, come on, kill that hydralist. Oh. No, he loses. He basically wastes his troops. And in such a situation, this might cost him the game. He has done that in the game against Ranger as well. But in the game against Ranger, he had so many expansions that it didn't really matter. And now he's in big, big trouble. He might be going for fast guardians at the moment. He went too high. And Boxer only has 1 vessel. So if he manages to get fast guardians, then oh no, it's defilers. Oh. Let's see what he can do with defilers. He managed to beat Nada with defilers once. So let's see what they do. Oh, this is... Oh, he's basically messing up a little bit. But he manages to chase Boxer back. Using his defilers. Oh, that's quite good. But siege tanks still do splash damage to unborrowed units. And Boxer has pretty much contained Blackman by now. Blackman is getting 2 island expansions. Boxer is at 3 bases. Oh, and his mineral only as well. Oh, Boxer is at 4 bases. I mean, he probably has a really big army inside his main pretty soon. He's going for 2 E-base upgrades. He's getting mass vessels, mass tanks, mass everything. And it's pretty much impossible for a Zerg player to beat a Terran who has 4 running bases. Especially since it's Boxer. Boxer still only has 2 vessels. He's going to use them to kill the defilers. So no defilers left for Blackman. He could cast 1 Dark Swarm though. And Boxer discovers the island expansion and kills it again. I really want to know if he can hear what the commentators say. And I really want to know what the commentators say. If any one of you is able to speak Korean, could probably just switch to the Korean stream and have a look at it. Because if Boxer can hear what they say, then Blackman might be able to claim a rematch. This has happened in Counter-Strike already. So it might be happening in StarCraft. Ooh. It was the first time in this game where Slayer's Boxer lost some Marines carelessly. But well, I don't see any chance for Blackman to still win here. Boxer discovers the island expansion in the bottom right. And I expect Blackman to surrender quite soon. There's nothing he can do at the moment. Boxer has mass vessels, mass tanks, 4 running bases. So this game is pretty much lost. And the 3 Ultralists are not going to change anything about that. Boxer's probably at 3-3 as well. So he has fully upgraded Marines, which are really good against Ultralists. And Blackman surrenders. So Blackman is going to be in the loser bracket final. It's not decided who is his opponent yet. And Boxer is already in the grand final. So Boxer is at least second at this year's WCG. And he also has his chance to secure his title, especially since the final map is Hall of Valhalla. So let's see who else is in the tournament. Yellow is still in there. Elky, Ranger, and MTY. And of course Blackman. And the final map being Hall of Valhalla. The only player who can really be dangerous for blackmanVSboxer on that map is probably Elky. So I don't think that if Yellow gets to the final, which is quite likely, that he would be able to beat blackmanVSboxer on Hall of Valhalla. Because it's really hard to play Zerg against Terran on that map. And I've just been told that because blackmanVSboxer comes from the winner bracket, he might only have to win one game, while the finalist from the loser bracket might have to win 2 games in a row to win the grand final. So Boxer's chances to be the world champion of the WCG 2002 in StarCraft Brood War are really, really high. This is pretty much amazing, because he almost didn't make his group round. He might have been underestimating all his opponents, I don't really know, because he played really, really crap in his first games, but now he's back and as good as usual. Or if any one of you wants to know, Boxer is actually using a Microsoft 2-button mouse. A lot of pro gamers use that. It's a Microsoft basic mouse, it's really light, you can move it quite fast. So if you are playing StarCraft Brood War a lot, you should probably consider to get that mouse if you are not pleased with your own one. Okay, I'm not too sure if there's going to be another StarCraft game today, broadcasted via the stream. Make sure you check worldcybergames.org for updates. There might be the loser bracket final broadcasted. Well, obviously the Koreans are most interested in StarCraft, so I think it's quite likely that they are showing StarCraft tonight. I cannot check this from now. I'm sorry. Just look at worldcybergames.org. Now chances are quite high that we see Boxer against Yellow in the final, which would be quite sad, because this would mean that 2 Koreans would get first and second. And obviously we didn't want this to happen, because, well, Korea is really dominating StarCraft, and it would be really, really nice if a foreigner made it this time. We can remember that in the WCG 2001, Elky got second, and maybe some foreigner gets first this time. Okay, this was PG Korn live from the WCG 2002. See you later.